Hello and welcome to WFL TECtalks. Today's episode is all about automation. Stay tuned. Human and machine. This partnership is not only important today, but is also set to shape the future. Robotics and AI have become integral components of production and industry. All the more reason to ensure that this symbiosis between human and machine is a harmonious one. With its wide range of automation solutions, FRAI Robotic Solutions offers the perfect tools for automation. The various solutions, whether articulated robots, gantry robots, integrated loading systems, or even mobile robot automations, enable optimum processes. Mr. Koll, what is meant by autonomy time?
Well, this is the time where a machine can run, produce good parts without any intervention from outside, I would say. Very often we see in automated processes or automated cells that there are many stops. So, I mean, it's nice to have a robot in front of the machine who can change parts. But the question is really, is the process also ready for automation? Things like chip removal, like manual measurements, all these things can stop the process. Also, the reliability of the process is very important. And so you need really a process which is able to run without any intervention from outside a certain time, because otherwise you would not utilize the whole installation.
And what are the advantages of automation in terms of time and cost savings?
If you have the right processes and you can really run such an automated cell unmanned for a certain time, you have big advantages because your production time is increased. That means you can run the machine without any operator, maybe in the third shift, maybe on the weekend, on Sundays, Saturdays. That means you get a lot more production hours, and that means the production costs per hour are dramatically reduced. So the cost per parts is much lower compared to a non-automated cell. And another thing is the overall equipment efficiency or effectiveness is also shifted by maybe 20 to 25%.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Plasonig, what are the advantages of automation in general?
It's a good question, and every customer asks this normally. The first, and in our opinion the most important point, is the higher efficiency. That means a robot can work 365 days, 24 hours a day, and normally can do the task really more faster than a normal employee. The second and also very important point is every time the cost saving. That means the automation must reduce the costs internally, and also it is good to have not so much employee to work for the cell, so that the robot must make all these important tasks. The third point is also improved accuracy. Automation can also reduce the human errors, so that the robot normally do all the same. Pick the parts, load the part inside of the machine clamp the situation, start with the production. After production, the parts goes back with the robot to a storage, and then normally the internal task with an HEV or something like that then can be improved. Also good point is a better scalability. That means if you increase your production with parts or something like that, then you can do so also with the automation system. You can implement a separate shift, not with increase the personal situation on site, so the robot can also do this. Also, a very important point is the better customer experience. So you see directly on the automation side what happens inside of the machine. So mainly also maintenance instructions can do through the automation system. And also if an error comes up, normally you can do it with a personal system or a mobile phone or something like that, get the message and increase then also the production. Also a good point is higher flexibility. That means that if you get a new part inside of the machine. With the robot system, you can change, for example, diameter on the parts. Made it with our, programming on the HMI, so that you just change the diameter, implement the length system, and the robot will then do your work for that. Also, very important point is an easier decision making. Automation can provide real-time data insights that can help also business make more informed decisions. And also is a very important point in the time now where we have every time problems to find the right personnel for the machine is increased employee satisfaction. It is not the best work just to bring parts inside of the system. So when the robot does it, it will be more satisfaction for the employees, and this employee can make better work inside of your factory and can do better work for you, and so also increase your production. And the last point is innovation. Automation can drive more or less enable business to explore new technology inside your system and give you the opportunity for new ways of work.
And how does automation work using the example of an M35G Milton with an articulated robot?
That depends on, we create now more or less a cell, what is in our opinion all the steps what we need for the future customer experience and also for the customer needs. So we implement there a robot with an automated changing gripper system who can also have or do automatically the change of the gripper system, where indefinitely in some 7 grippers are installed of the machine. And we also create more or less a cell where we have a high-speed automated roller door to bring the parts inside of the cell where the robot will pick up the parts for shaft parts and also for chuck parts. Then we also implement an end-of-arm tooling like a 2D camera, what the robot pick. The end-of-arm tooling with the 2D camera goes directly over the parts, give the offset with the picture of the parts on it, take the right gripper for the decision, pick the parts and load also inside the machine. And also what we think is a highlight, you can implement high-cast 64 tools that the robot can also make the change tooling or the tools and chains on the machine so that you have the possibility also to increase of the tool magazine. And what is also important point on that info is that we also have the automated system completely. So that means you have increased, just bring in the parts in front of the machine. That depends on the raster what you have directly on the plates. 7, 14, 21 parts. And then you have really automated time from minimum 4 hours to produce parts for the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Plasonig and Mr. Koll, thank you very much for sharing your expertise on automation solutions. Thank you for watching. We hope you tune in for the next episode of WFL Tech Talks.